ahead. Tell us, because your name is not Where Papa. I keep calling you Where Papa, but tell everybody.
Okay, look,
tell us find you on social media. What is this
That
brand?
was my name. So it's actually Where Popa, but we'll take Papa.
Okay.
We'll take
Papa.
Papa.
All right. Popa.
So my name is Corey Washington. I am the CEO and founder of Where Popa. And so Popa stands for Perseverance Over Privilege, and the A is, we have a little dash A, but it's the A means is we're based and designed here in Atlanta, Georgia. And so what our brand was created to do was represent those who have reached their level of success through overcoming adversity to achieve that success, and just really focusing the attention on them, our customers, as the hero of our story, and just celebrating them through our brand.
That's what's up. Yeah, I like that too. Where Popa? My bad, because I be telling everybody Where Popa all day. So Where Popa is the brand. Okay.
You got us a little gift. Before
Yes.
we open it, tell us what inspires your brand.
You know what? It was a lot of personal, professional stories. So my background actually, and in my full-time job is at an IT. So I'm a senior manager at a SaaS company or a software as a service company. I lead digital marketing as well as our professional services.
Oh yeah, we linked with
And so before then, I was in different agencies and whatnot, traveling around with clients, and I was always the quiet one in the room. I was the one that if I knew something, I just, for some strange reason, I did not have the confidence to really talk about it. And so, but I love collaborating.
Yeah.
And so every time my colleagues or whatever had a challenge or a problem, especially when it was something I was really close to or really knew about, I would go the extra mile of creating presentations for them, really sitting down with them, getting to understand them, their client, the problem, to create a solution for it. And I would give them all this documentation. They would take that and they would run with it, and they would call it their own. Because I was the quiet one in the room, I was the one that really wasn't one that people would bring in to the forefront to the client as much. I was kind of the back end person, and so I got discouraged about that. It really affected me in a way to where I did not think that. I started questioning myself, my own abilities and whatnot. And I said, you know what? Even through in the midst of everything I've been through growing up, and even in my professional life, it always got better.
Yeah.
It always got better. And I said, I'd much rather get to where I'm going in my life, in my career, especially through that of perseverance and that of privilege. I don't want it to be handed to me. I want to get there through the grit.
Perseverance.
I want the privilege.
I want it both. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's worth it if you don't work for it. So, but yeah. Oh, okay. That's cool. We're going to open this together.
Ready?
All right, you ready? All
Oh,
right.
this is so cute.
It is. It's it. Uh-oh. We got a little. Yeah, you got nails. I got that. I got you. We love gifts.
You're so beautiful. Are you from Atlanta?
I'm actually from Indianapolis, Indiana.
I love Indiana. I love Indianapolis. I like Noblesville.
Okay.
It's quieter.
All right. Yeah, it is definitely quiet.
Okay, ready?
We're doing this together. You make like together for real.
Oh,
we got a little letter.
If people buy your
No, this is special.
It's
'Cause we're special.
But honestly, it's
yeah,
not much. It's not too much
you gotta get a
different.
frame.
Oh, but it's not too much different. Oh yeah, because we're gonna put this right on in here. I'm gonna get a frame. We're gonna put this in here. Okay, so look, listen, On Blast Radio team, it's an honor to be on your show today. Thank you for allowing me to introduce Popa, share my story, and discuss the future of our brand. Enjoy this gift on us. Regards, Corey Washington, CEO and founder. Wonderful. Yes, this is your story. Wear it proudly. Popa. Okay. I could dig that. Watch my drink. Yeah, okay. Because we don't forget, because we got them drinks up
I
there.
love this. Gonna pull
Oh
one
my
out.
goodness, they're hoodies. We haven't received a hoodie yet. I'm glad.
Get it with
It's
her.
getting chilly outside. You know what I'm saying? So what I see? Let's see. That's a medium. So that's probably. I mean, that's a small, and that's for you. Wonderful. So hey, man, shout out to the fam.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
The level of effort that goes into, we take special pride in just, we don't just take the items and just pack it into a bag and just ship it out. We actually literally steam everything.
Really?
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, we're always focused on our customers and what their story is, and we don't know what they've been through. And so we take special care in every single thing that we put out. There's people don't realize that everything's handmade. We steam it, put it in a package in a specific way. The envelope that they get that has their invoice on it or their ledger on it is black. It's really meant to give them an experience because in a way it's us celebrating them, saying thank you. So there's a lot of special attention that goes into every single thing.
That's what's up.
I like this hoodie so much. I'm covering my boobs.
She's covering her boobs. It's hot here. I can't believe you put it on, but I appreciate
You're
you.
hot.
Well, I got on a sweatshirt already,
yeah.
so yeah, it's a little warm.
This is nice.
But yeah, it is wonderful.
I like to ask, whenever we
Wait. They said stand up for them so they can see it because our mics and everything was covering it up. So yeah, give them a visual.
Oh,
it's
so
lit.
so
Look
good,
at you.
guys.
All right, man. Tag team. I
love that.
All right, yeah, man. That's
I'm
wonderful.
getting
I mean, I love the inspiration behind it. You know what I'm saying? That make me want to
It
wear
took me a while to
Yeah.
get this thing out
Anyway.
because of that. Because it was so close to me. It took me forever
Want
to
to be
get
perfect.
this thing out.
I know
Over
the feeling.
about a year.
Sound like me.
being a CEO now and having to be the person who is in the forefront, have you gotten over your fear?
That's still a work in progress.
We
It
can't
takes
tell.
a lot. It takes a lot.
You look
whenever
really comfortable here.
That's good.
He said the champagne was
It takes a lot to put yourself out there because it's not one of those typical. It's not a typical clothing brand that is. It is carefree. It is pretty light, but it definitely has a meaning to it. And there's so many future plans we have for this brand in regards to making it a very strong storytelling brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because our customers are at the forefront. And
I
we
see
wanna
you with
make sure
like
that we-
blazers and dress pants and all things
You
like
get
that.
surprised
I
at things that are coming.
tailored up. That's how I see it, man. I like even the name and like the whole everything behind it. That's what I see.
I'm
Definitely.
so happy
If
to
I was
You know, we can link. I got some shirts. You know, like these
Okay.
we don't talk. We don't talk. You know what I'm saying?
if I'm listening to us right now on air or via video and I wanted to buy your brand, where would I go?
We'll go to www.wearpopa, wearpopa.com.
Keep it easy. All right. Yep.
It's
On the
actually
Instagram, wear Popa. Okay. You got it.
Who's your favorite brand outside yourself?
Man. There's so many. I'm gonna split up into two groups.
Okay.
Atlanta brands and
that's good.
mainstream.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna split you up into two groups as far as indie brands and mainstream brands.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay.
All right. So my favorite high-end brand will probably be Burberry. In Burberry with the CEO leadership of Angela Ernst.
Really?
It was so nice to see a woman from Indiana and New Palestine, Indiana, which is a country, leading Burberry, an international brand, and bringing them into the forefront with complete digital evolution.
Yeah.
The way they create experiences for their customers is kind of where I've kind of gotten that. And as I see myself as a leader, especially as a future a growing leader of this brand, is how I would treat my own employees.
Yeah.
I really admire her leadership. That's the more mainstream brand I
Gotcha.
like.
Okay.
I mean, there's so many, but the next one will be Atlanta-based brand, and that would be Wisdom Fashion House. Just like us, they are a strong storytelling brand. They started, I don't know if they started off with this shirt, but one of their biggest sales that really got them out there was the shirt that says "In Rape Culture." It was based off a personal story from that CEO.
Wow.
And that's one thing I feel like that's missing is, in order for us to be competitive, we have to connect with our people. We have to connect with our audience. And it's one thing, anybody can get a shirt and throw Pope on it, but really having an understanding of what that means and being able to have a relatability across the market.
Absolutely. That's how I feel about. Like, you have to definitely be, passionate about what you're doing. Like, even with me, like the radio station, I wanted to do something that's gonna help artists. Like that's my most important thing. I don't care about the money and all that other stuff. Artists and small businesses, because I know they can't really afford it like everybody else or whatnot. So man, you gotta have a purpose. When you got a
Most
purpose,
definitely.
the mission is gonna everything's gonna fall into
Definitely
place.
a purpose driven brand.
Absolutely. That's what's up, man.
So how long have you had this brand?
This this is a funny story. I've had this brand for about a year,
Really?
maybe a year and some change. I've had other endeavors that lasted that spanned back to 3 years ago.
Mhm.
They were a hot mess. It was me. It's trial and error, but honestly, failure and learning from failure builds the best leaders.
No, absolutely.
That's how you really understand what you're doing. It's how you learn.
Yeah.
And so I started off with a brand called, and it's hard to say, it's called Citizen Inspire. I know, that's why.
Inspire.
Yeah, that got niched real quick. It was meant to say an everyday citizen and aspire as a symbol of strength, right? And I was getting stuff through AliExpress. But I was really hand-picking specific stuff because I didn't know any better. I wasn't the designer. I didn't think I could really go into more of the artistry of things and actually designing my own stuff. And then I said, you know what, I want to do my own thing because I really feel something with this. And I was starting off these brands actually initially to pay off student loans. I put myself through college. And so I was like, what can I do that I will enjoy, that has purpose and meaning? And I started off doing things like that. The next brand was called Mogul Collective. It was really about a group of entrepreneurs, a collective group of entrepreneurs who are learning from each other and setting out to build the next generation. But the funny thing is that, and that was I was designing my own stuff, and I was not actually literally hand to the heat press making my own stuff, but these brands always had a collection, and that collection was Popa. And I really had to sit back. I sat back one day and I was like, okay, what do I really want to do with this brand? Because I feel like something's missing. Yeah. And I kept thinking about that small little collection because it was always something I was feeling. And I said, you know what, that's it. I put it on a shirt one day and I walked out to the grocery store and someone said, what does that mean? And I said, oh, it's just perseverance over privilege. It's just something I wear whenever I'm feeling down, when I'm at work, or it helps keep me going and feeling inspired. And they said, you should really do something with that. And I was like, people are gonna do something with the word Popa.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And so, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do. I talked to my family about it because they are a huge piece of my inspiration, my family and my partner, and we literally I just took it and ran with it.
Rolled it out.
That's good. Isn't it crazy how inspiration comes, but also how you decide what your brand is going to be?
Yeah.
Like, because the majority of the time, you're figuring out what to call yourself or your brand, and then it's crazy how it just like...
Yep,
boom.
It's right there. I need to know.
Damn,
It's been there all along.
And
it's been there all
along.
It's always there.
I was like, man, it's 3 years. Just.
Right.
But it was like, it's not wasted. It's a lot of lessons
right.
learned.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm glad I went through those struggles, especially financial struggles with putting so much money into those things, because it helped me learn how to make things better and do things right this last time.
Don't you hate putting so much money into what you're doing just to get nothing in return? And you're just like, okay, I gotta be positive and think I got knowledge.
Yeah.
I might be homeless tomorrow.
Right. We know how to get
I know what I just did.
You start thinking about that $5 you spent last year.
That could have been one, I don't know.
I
for real.
So where do you see this brand in 5 years?
You know what? The funny thing is, I'm so extra, and because of the fact where I want to take this brand to so many different levels, especially where it's fusing technology and fashion together. Not only from a quality perspective of our brand, but from a design perspective, hiring designers to really come up with the next generation of our brand, but also from a digital perspective, taking a lot of those lessons learned from Angela Ernst, creating our own microsite that really is focused on the stories. We have the clothing, but we really want to highlight the people. Yeah. And almost to the point where we have this site that is broken down by industry. That way, if there's something that resonates to a young lady who is in a broken home and she really has this idea of being a doctor, and she wants to listen to the story of someone who also came from a similar situation, and now they have a stethoscope around their neck. Yeah. Listen to a person who wants to, a young man who wants to be a barber or a project manager or an engineer, and hearing from other people who have come from similar homes.
That's how you know that you can do it.
Yeah. So we really want to be a storytelling brand that inspires and connects people of all backgrounds. but it also shows black and brown people that you can. We are designed for greatness.
Absolutely.
We are designed to be so strong. We've gone through so many things and
Make
have come
something out of
out
nothing. Always
gloriously
have.
in.
Absolutely.
And so there are so many different things that we have, so many different pieces of and cores of strength that we have within us that so many young people especially don't know that they can do. It's so funny when I worked at my last company in technology, and they said, hey, we're going to go to a school and talk to some kids about digital marketing and help them out with some campaigns, little mock campaigns they're working on. And I walked, and I said, sure, that's fine. That's when I was working at Salesforce Marketing Cloud. And I walked in there, and most of the kids are black and brown, and they looked at me. My other colleagues were white. They looked at me like, what the hell?
Right.
Like, who?
Right.
Yeah.
And I was kind of shocked at that point in time to see, like, they're, like, what are they looking at me for?
Right.
Yeah.
You're the
But I got it.
You're their Black
Yeah.
Panther.
And,
Wakanda.
so, and for them to see that, wow, we can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And in their mind, they're thinking you have to be an engineer. I'm a project manager. I am that. You don't want me building jack like that. Now, I can put together some cool stuff, but not like that. And so that is those are stories we want to make sure we tell as our brand, but make sure our clothing is kind of like that constant reminder, that beacon that I am capable, and I can design my path.
Bond2 TV. One of our followers, Farice, she said that she think it would be wonderful with a new streaming service called Bond2. That product and brand is exactly what Bond2 TV needs. So check it out. Go online and check out Bond2 TV. Amen. Go online and check it out. That's what she said. That's right. That is all handy dandy notepad right there. You know what I'm saying? And Bond2 TV. Check that out. And Farice, we appreciate you for coming in and checking us out and everything. But and she said, she loved the brand and the story behind it. But she don't ask y'all to stand up so she can really see what was going on or whatnot. So there we go. She got you again. You got to do it again. You know what I'm saying? She got to stand up again. Go ahead again. All right. So another thing. So to me, I already know what makes you stand apart from everybody else. But to you, like, what makes you stand apart from any other brand or anything else that other people are doing? A lot of people are doing clothing and things like that now. It's really popular.
The hilarious thing is we don't set out to be competitors, which is interesting for a CEO to say. We're not focused on others. As a matter of fact, we were open to collaborating and congratulating others, because that's just the essence of our brand. But what makes us stand out is really the story, how we approach the design and the future design of our product, how we approach quality. If you knew that process is also rigorous. It's just to incorporate one new long sleeve shirt is almost a weeks long process, and it's really how we approach how we affect our customers, how we touch our customers, and so it's really about that storytelling essence of this that really makes us stand out.
This is what makes people connect. Absolutely.
So you talked about how you wanted to be able to reach your audience better, and you talked about the young lady who headed Burberry and how she was able to connect the brand with the digital world, and that's your goal. Mm-hmm. What are you guys doing right now to get to that goal?
Really, it's a lot of planning. We're taking things very slow because we want it to be right. We're not quick when it comes to new innovation because we want to make sure it works. There's ideas for using augmented reality with our shirts. There's ideas for taking stories of actual people and creating experiences based off of that onto our different microsites that we're working on right now. We're trying to be as innovative as possible and be different, forward-thinking, and something that's unexpected. So we're just taking things real slow.
Man, I think that's lit. I think the brand is lit. I think the presentation is definitely lit, and the story behind it just makes it like even better. Yeah, it just pulls everything together. So before we let you go and cut you out of here, I just want you to tell everybody where they can find you. Oh, Lacey got one more question.
I always finish it with, what is one piece of advice you would give an aspiring entrepreneur?
If it feels uncomfortable, you're probably doing it right.
I tell people that about modeling.
If it feels uncomfortable, you're doing it right. Every stage of our growth, even though we're still in the infancy stages. I mean, only like really being out there, I was technically, and it looks like a year, but less than a year. But every new step I took, it was incredibly uncomfortable, but I just did it because I knew it was the right thing to do. Don't be afraid of failure, which is probably the second thing. It's okay to fail. Fail
Absolutely.
fast and learn from it.
From it. Absolutely.
And really just trust your instinct, trust your gut. Listen to people, listen to your customers, get feedback, and that really will. And don't think you get to do it all yourself. So that's a piece of advice I would definitely
That for a very long time.
The radio.
Yeah. I know. Thinking, you know.
Yeah, it took a
Do
while.
it alone. It did take a long. But hey, man, you know, just like you, I've been at it for a year, and we lit, you know, with awards and magazines, and I mean, you know, like it's just been on go. So I definitely, everything you said, like I feel you with that. And yes, it has been uncomfortable, but we just figure out how it go. You know what I'm saying? Take it a day at a time. That's what I'm telling everybody, man. Just take it one day at a time. It'll all fall into place.
It will fall into place.
Absolutely. So, again, tell everybody where we can find you at. You know, tell everybody where we can reach you. Any information that you want to give us about you, about your brand. This is your moment right now. This is your own personal infomercial to tell everybody what you got going on.
Yes, you can find us again on our website at www.wearpopa.com. Our Instagram is at wearpopa. You can also hit us up by email at wearpopa@gmail.com.
Wonderful. Hey, man, y'all better go head over there right now. Grab your hoodie, grab your t-shirt, man. You know, we got different colors and everything like that.
Oh, yeah, so far we're doing white and black. We did that by design for this first phase. Everything we do is subliminal. Everything we do is subliminal.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Even the URL, it says where, but it's like we are.
Got you.
Everything we do is
Oh yeah, because we are. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, we're everything. Okay, if you didn't know, now you know. All right. So, Popa, if you want, I want you to stick around for a little bit, because afterwards we'll take some photos and we'll do everything like that. We just got another interview, but as long as you can stay and chill, man, we enjoy you being here. We may pull you back up and say some more. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay. Oh, you need a refill before you go? I top you off.